Imagine, for a moment, that love is not just a random feeling that visits us unexpectedly, but rather a deep, intentional connection sparked by genuine curiosity. When someone is falling in love, their mind and heart begin to align in a way that transforms their entire perception of reality. It's subtle yet powerful, and one of the clearest signs that a man is falling in love is not just in what he does, but in what he begins to ask you. Those three questions that reveal his shift from mere interest to profound connection. The first question he asks is, "What truly makes you happy?" This question is more than small talk. It reflects his desire to see beyond the surface, to understand what fuels your soul and lights up your being. When a man asks this, he's stepping into a space where he wants to know your authentic self, the self that is not shaped by the world's expectations, but by your own inner truth. He's beginning to create a new internal map of who you are. The second question is, what are your dreams? In this question, he is inviting you to share your vision for your life. It means he is willing to be a witness to your aspirations, your desires, your potential. This is a moment where he opens himself to the possibility of co-creating a future with you, not just as a bystander, but as a partner in your journey. It's a question that signals an energetic alignment, two futures converging. The third question he asks is, how can I support you? This is perhaps the most telling question of all. It reveals that he's moved beyond his own needs and is now genuinely interested in your well-being. It shows a shift from self-centeredness to other-centeredness, from wanting to receive love to wanting to give it. When a man asks this, he is preparing himself to be present, to contribute to your growth and happiness, and to build a connection based on mutual care. These three questions are not random. They are the gateway to love's deeper experience. They are the conscious inquiries that awaken new neural pathways of empathy, understanding, and vulnerability. So, if you notice him asking these questions, know that something profound is happening. His heart is opening, his mind is expanding, and his energy is tuning into a new frequency, the frequency of love. Love, after all, is not just a feeling, it's a process of becoming. Becoming attuned to another's essence, becoming aligned in purpose, and becoming willing to give fully. When he asks these questions, he is not just talking to you, he is transforming with you. And that, my friends, is the true sign that he is falling in love. Love is often thought of as something that simply happens to us, a sudden burst of emotion that sweeps us off our feet. But what if love is actually more than a fleeting feeling? What if it is, at its core, an intentional connection born from a place of genuine curiosity? When we approach love this way, it transforms from a random occurrence into a conscious experience. This shift in understanding invites us to become active participants in the unfolding of our relationships rather than passive recipients of affection. Genuine curiosity is the key that unlocks this deeper experience of love. It is the impulse to truly see another person, to want to understand their inner world, their fears, hopes, values, and the unique essence that makes them who they are. When someone is falling in love, this curiosity naturally arises. It is not about superficial traits or fleeting attractions, but about engaging with the core of the person's being. This kind of attention allows a connection to form on a level beyond the physical or the habitual. It invites a meeting of minds and hearts in a way that is transformative. When curiosity leads the way, it creates space for empathy and vulnerability to grow. Instead of rushing to judgment or clinging to assumptions, a person in love embraces uncertainty and opens themselves up to discovery. This openness is essential because it nurtures trust and allows the relationship to deepen authentically. It is through this process of truly seeing and being seen that love begins to evolve into something more expansive and meaningful. In this way, love is not just a feeling that happens to us. It is a practice, a way of engaging with another human being with intentionality and care. The more genuine curiosity we bring into our relationships, the more profound and lasting the connection becomes. This perspective invites us to rethink how we approach love and relationships altogether, encouraging a conscious presence and an open heart as the foundation for connection. When a person begins to fall in love, there is a subtle but profound shift that takes place within their mind and heart. This shift changes how they perceive not only the person they are falling for, but the entire reality around them. Love has the power to expand our awareness and alter the way we experience the world, transforming ordinary moments into extraordinary ones. It is a process of realignment where the heart's impulses and the mind's thoughts begin to harmonize in a new and powerful way. This alignment is more than just emotional, it is neurological. As someone falls in love, new neural pathways form in the brain, creating connections that influence the way they think, feel, and behave. The brain releases chemicals like dopamine and oxytocin that heighten feelings of pleasure, attachment, and trust, deepening the sense of connection. At the same time, the nervous system shifts into a state of openness and receptivity, making a person more attuned to the nuances of the other's presence and energy. The perception of time and space can also be affected. Moments shared together may feel longer, more vivid, and charged with meaning. The world around them seems brighter and more alive, as if love has rewired their sensory experience. This expanded perception encourages deeper empathy and understanding, allowing a person to see beyond surface-level impressions and into the essence of who the other truly is. This transformation is not just internal. It influences how someone interacts with the outside world. They become more present, more engaged, and more willing to be vulnerable. Their actions begin to reflect a deeper commitment and genuine care. This alignment of mind and heart is the foundation for authentic connection, setting the stage for love to grow and deepen over time. When a man asks, "What truly makes you happy?" he is doing more than just engaging in casual conversation. He is reaching out to understand the core of who you are. This question reveals a profound curiosity about your authentic self, beyond the surface level, beyond the everyday roles and responsibilities that shape your external life. It is an invitation to share what stirs your soul, what energizes your spirit, and what brings you genuine joy and fulfillment. By asking this, he signals that he wants to connect with your inner world, to discover the sources of your happiness that may not always be visible to others. This goes far beyond fleeting pleasures or material desires. It touches on the deeper emotions, passions, and values that define your sense of well-being. He's interested in what lights you up from within, what nurtures your sense of meaning and purpose. This question also opens the door for vulnerability and honesty. When asked sincerely, it encourages you to reflect on your true feelings and desires, to speak openly about what matters most to you. It can create a safe space where you feel seen and heard, where your happiness becomes important to someone else. This kind of curiosity reflects a shift from superficial attraction to a deeper desire for understanding and connection. In asking what makes you happy, he is beginning to map the landscape of your emotional and spiritual self. He's tuning into your energy and learning how to align with it. This is a critical step in developing intimacy because it means he's willing to engage with the complexity of who you are, rather than settling for easy answers or assumptions. It shows a readiness to appreciate you fully in all your dimensions, and to explore what it means to truly support your happiness and growth. When a man asks about what truly makes you happy, it reveals a deeper intention beneath the surface of the question, a desire to see beyond the superficial and understand the essence of who you are. This is not simply curiosity about your favorite hobbies or your daily routines. It is a deliberate effort to look past the external layers that most people only skim. He's seeking to understand the parts of you that are often hidden, the things that fuel your spirit and bring you inner peace and joy. This kind of inquiry reflects a fundamental shift in perspective. Instead of focusing on appearances or surface-level traits, He is tuning into the deeper vibrations of your being, the emotions, values, and experiences that shape your identity. It's an energetic shift from casual interest to genuine care, where he wants to know what resonates with you on a soul level. He is beginning to perceive you as a whole person, not just a collection of outward attributes. By wanting to understand what makes you happy, he's also signaling that he values your inner world and sees it as essential to building a meaningful connection. This willingness to look deeper means he's moving away from assumptions and preconceived notions, opening himself to truly learning who you are without judgment. It's an acknowledgement that happiness is not a one-size-fits-all concept but a unique and personal experience that defines your sense of self. This question invites a kind of vulnerability and authenticity from both of you. It encourages you to express yourself honestly and allows him to receive that truth with openness. In this way, it becomes a bridge between two hearts, a pathway toward greater understanding and intimacy that transcends the superficial and touches the core of your being. When he asks, "What are your dreams?" he is inviting you to reveal your deepest aspirations and the vision you hold for your life. This question is not casual. It signals a genuine interest in your future and what you hope to create for yourself beyond the present moment. Dreams represent more than goals or ambitions. They are expressions of your inner desires, your sense of purpose, and the legacy you wish to leave behind. By asking about your dreams, he is opening a doorway to understand what motivates and inspires you at your core. This inquiry shows that he is willing to engage with your story on a much deeper level. He wants to hear about your hopes and the possibilities you see for yourself, which means he's already imagining how your future might intertwine with his own. Asking about dreams creates a shared space where vulnerability is welcomed and encouraged because revealing your dreams often involves exposing your fears, your doubts, and your wildest hopes. By expressing your dreams, you allow him to witness your potential and your authentic self. This is a powerful moment of connection because it goes beyond surface interactions. It is about aligning visions and values. He is signaling that he sees you not just as you are today, but as the person you are becoming. This level of interest shows a readiness to build a partnership that supports growth and mutual transformation. This question also reflects a deeper energetic alignment. When two people begin to explore their dreams together, they create a new possibility field, a shared vision that energizes and inspires. It shifts the relationship from the present moment into the realm of what could be, sparking creativity, hope, and a sense of adventure. In this way, asking about your dreams is an essential step toward forming a connection that is dynamic, evolving, and rooted in the desire to build a future together. When he asks about your dreams, it reflects a willingness not just to listen, but to actively participate in the co-creation of a shared future. This question reveals that he is beginning to envision a life where your aspirations are not separate from his own, but part of a larger, intertwined story. It is a recognition that relationships are not simply about the present moment, but about how two lives can grow and evolve together over time. By showing interest in your dreams, he is signaling a readiness to commit to something greater than fleeting attraction or momentary connection. He understands that true intimacy involves supporting one another's growth and walking alongside each other on a journey toward fulfillment. This question carries with it the energy of collaboration, a willingness to explore how your goals and desires might harmonize, complement, and inspire each other. This kind of engagement encourages both partners to expand their sense of possibility. It moves the relationship beyond what is comfortable or familiar into a space where new potential can emerge. By acknowledging and valuing your dreams, he creates a foundation of trust and mutual respect that empowers both of you to reach higher, push boundaries, and imagine futures you might not have considered alone. The act of sharing dreams together also deepens emotional connection. When you reveal your hopes, You expose your vulnerabilities and invite support, encouragement, and sometimes challenge. When he listens with genuine interest, he demonstrates that he is willing to hold that vulnerability with care. This dynamic fosters a sense of safety, belonging, and emotional intimacy that is essential for lasting love. In this way, asking about your dreams is more than a question. It is an expression of alignment and intention. It shows he is ready to be a partner who invests in your future and sees the beauty of building something meaningful together. When he asks, "How can I support you?" it signals a profound shift from focusing on his own needs to prioritizing yours. This question moves beyond simple interest or attraction. It reflects a deep readiness to engage in a relationship where giving and nurturing are central. It shows that he is not only paying attention to who you are, but is willing to step into a role of care, presence, and active participation in your well-being. This question embodies a move toward selflessness. It reveals that he recognizes the importance of your happiness, growth, and comfort, and that he wants to contribute positively to those areas. Instead of seeing love as something to be taken or received, he is framing it as something to be given freely and intentionally. This willingness to support you in your journey is a clear sign that he is invested in building a foundation based on trust and mutual respect. By asking how he can support you, he invites you to express your needs, desires, and even your vulnerabilities. This question creates a safe space where you can be honest about what you want and need without fear of judgment or dismissal. It shows that he is ready to listen and respond with care, to be present in moments of challenge as well as joy. This dynamic fosters emotional safety and deepens the bond between you. This question also reflects an understanding that love is not passive. It requires conscious effort and engagement. Offering support is an active choice, a daily commitment to show up for another person in meaningful ways. It signals that he is prepared to be part of a partnership where both individuals contribute to each other's well-being and growth. This readiness to give support marks an important stage in falling in love, where connection moves from surface level attraction to profound emotional investment. When a man asks, "How can I support you?" it reveals a readiness to move beyond receiving love to embodying the role of a giver. This question signifies a fundamental shift in the dynamic of the relationship, from one focused primarily on his own needs and desires to one centered on the well-being and happiness of the other person. It reflects an opening of the heart and mind to the act of selfless giving, which is essential for cultivating a deep and lasting bond. This shift is profound because it moves the relationship into a space of mutual care and nurturing. Instead of love being something to seek or demand, it becomes something to offer intentionally and generously. By asking how he can support you, he shows that he is willing to invest his energy, time, and attention into your growth and fulfillment. This question carries with it an implicit promise to be present and engaged, not just when things are easy, but also through challenges and uncertainties. The readiness to give love in this way is a sign of emotional maturity. It reflects an understanding that true connection is built on reciprocity and partnership, where both people contribute to each other's well-being. This question opens the door for deeper vulnerability and honesty, allowing you to express your needs openly and trust that they will be met with care and respect. It also encourages a dynamic where support is not one-sided but flows both ways, creating balance and harmony in the relationship. In embodying the willingness to give love rather than just receive it, he is preparing himself to be a true partner. This transformation is essential for the relationship to evolve from attraction or infatuation into a stable, nurturing, and enduring love. It marks a movement toward deeper emotional connection and mutual investment. When a man asks these three questions, "What makes you happy? What are your dreams? And how can I support you?" he is opening pathways in his brain that foster empathy, vulnerability, and deeper connection. These questions are more than just inquiries. They are gateways to rewiring how he relates to you on an emotional and neurological level. Neuroscience shows that genuine curiosity and compassionate engagement stimulate new neural pathways that enhance understanding and intimacy. As he listens and reflects on your answers, his brain activates regions associated with empathy and emotional regulation. This process helps him move beyond surface-level reactions and into a state where he can genuinely feel and understand your experiences. By engaging with these questions, he is practicing the art of emotional attunement, which strengthens the neural networks that support compassion and connection. At the same time, asking these questions encourages both of you to become vulnerable, sharing hopes, needs, and authentic feelings that might otherwise remain hidden. Vulnerability is often uncomfortable because it challenges our habitual defenses, but it is essential for building trust. As vulnerability grows, so does the brain's capacity to tolerate uncertainty and emotional risk, which are crucial elements for deepening intimacy. This neural shift also promotes a more balanced exchange of energy in the relationship. Instead of operating from ego-driven motives or habitual patterns, he begins to respond with presence and care. The questions themselves act as a catalyst for moving from reactive thinking to conscious, heart-centered interaction. In this way, these questions are not only markers that he is falling in love, but they are active tools in the transformation of the relationship. They create a biological and emotional foundation that supports lasting connection. This rewiring shapes how he perceives you, how he relates to you, and ultimately, how love takes root and grows between you. When a man asks these three profound questions, it is a clear sign that he is undergoing an internal transformation, one that signals he is falling in love. This transformation is not just emotional, but deeply energetic and neurological, reshaping how he thinks, feels, and relates to you. Love, at its core, is a process of becoming more open, more present, and more attuned to another person. When he begins to ask these questions, it shows that he is stepping into this process consciously and intentionally. The act of asking reflects a shift from self-centeredness to other-centeredness. It reveals that his attention is no longer focused solely on his own desires or fears, but is expanding to include your happiness, dreams, and needs. This change in focus is the beginning of a new way of being in relationship, one that prioritizes connection, empathy, and mutual growth. It marks a departure from casual interest to a deeper investment in who you are as a whole person. At the same time, this transformation is accompanied by a neurological rewiring. As he engages with your responses and opens himself to vulnerability, his brain creates new neural pathways that support emotional intimacy and empathy. These changes influence his perceptions and behaviors, making him more present, patient, and caring. The questions he asks become a reflection of this internal evolution. He is no longer the same person who may have simply been attracted to you initially, but someone who is ready to build a meaningful connection. This process is an energetic alignment where his heart and mind begin to synchronize around the intention to love and support you. It is a dynamic shift that signals he is not only falling in love, but also preparing himself to nurture and sustain that love over time.